Trials of Osiris has returned this weekend in Destiny 2 and the Season of the Worthy meta is settling down after sandbox changes. After 48 hours of playing Trials, we've now got some hard numbers to look at concerning the new meta. So the following is a guide for the top 6 weapons for Trials of Osiris in Destiny 2. A few days ago I published a guide for the best weapons going into Trials, but that was speculation based on my personal preference. Now we've got some evidence based on what people are using in the game mode. I'll go over each gun, how many kills they have in the opening weekend of Trials, and then have a look at some combinations that could be used. So we can have a look at a few varieties of combinations depending on whether you like to use hand cannons, snipers, shotguns or auto rifles. Well, first up we've got Spare Rations, and this had 929,148 kills over the weekend, proving it to be a contender in that kinetic slot. So this is a 150 RPM with 13 in the mag, and it's got great impact and handling stats and max recoil on the hidden stats. The curated role comes with overload, where you can reload beyond normal capacity, and explosive payload to create that area of effect, which is going to be really useful in Trials for doing as much damage to a team as possible. And you can farm this one from Gambit Prime or the Reckoning. This is the only hand cannon on the list showing the meta has shifted. Only a few weeks ago this, and maybe Last Word and Thorn, would have been much higher up the charts. Well, next up we've got Beloved, and this had 1,235,523 kills over the weekend, with it being the second choice sniper overall and the preference for that sniper in the energy slot. So this is a solar 90 round per minute sniper with 4 in the magazine. It's got great impact and okay range, and if you can get a roll with snapshot sights, then this one is going to make this super useful in Trials, and if you can, try and get a range masterwork. You can get this one by farming the Menagerie. Just upgrade your chalice to open up the top and left slots and use the correct runes. The curated role of Beloved comes with no distractions for that reduction in flinch whilst aiming down sights, and you also get box breathing for that increase in range and precision. However, I'd probably favour a snapshot sights role over those two. Next up, we got the SUROS Regime, and that had 1,314,877 kills and is the first entry for an auto rifle in this top list. So I made a guide in the last few days as to why I thought SUROS Regime was going to be a beast inside Trials, and it turns out to be true. So auto rifles, they've been given a considerable buff in Season of the Worthy, as Bungie wanted to raise them up and make them competitive again, as they've been off meta for some time. So this is a 600 RPM exotic kinetic auto rifle with 25 in the magazine, and comes with a nice couple of perks that synergize together really well, including SUROS Legacy and Spinning Up. So SUROS Legacy allows the bottom half of the magazine to deal more damage, and Spinning Up increases that rate of fire, so they work together really well. So if it wasn't for the damage fall off over distance, then this would probably be higher up the charts. You can get this one from exotic world drops, and also Zur sells it as well at the weekend, being part of the pool of the weapons in the exotic engram. So if you haven't got it, then try picking it up from that engram by spending legendary shards. Next up we got Mindbenders Ambition, and this one got 1,388,545 kills over this weekend. This is higher in the charts than I would have thought, as we've seen the combination of Spare Rations and Mindbenders Ambition a lot over the last 12 months in Destiny 2. It's good to see they haven't been nerfed out of existence, as both weapons make the top list. However, they're not as powerful as they used to be and have been replaced by some on-meta weapons. Mindbender's Ambition is an energy solar shotgun. It's 55 rounds per minute with 5 in the magazine. It's got massive impact stats on it, meaning getting close to your enemy, then this one is likely to take them out in one shot. It's got high recoil on the hidden stats, so it's not going to jump around in your hands too much when you're firing. The curated role comes with opening shot for that increase in accuracy and range on the first shot, and it comes with Rampage for that increase in damage after kills. So you can farm this one from the weekly Nightfall when it's the hollowed lair, and the weapon drops randomly from the final chest. The Nightfall isn't around every week though, so keep an eye on the Nightfall in case you want to add it to your arsenal. So next up we've got Revoker, and this is second on the list, and it's 2,612,267 kills, and by far and away the most popular kinetic weapon in Trials of Osiris right now. So Revoker comes with a very valuable perk called Reversal of Fortune, where a bullet is replaced into the magazine if you miss a shot. In a game mode like Trials, where every shot counts, this was always predicted to be super valuable, and the numbers back that up. So 72 RPM sniper with 3 in the magazine and has huge impact and range stats. So pair those with the fact that you may get a bullet back if you miss, then this is the #1 choice for Trials in the kinetic slot. You can get this gun by doing the In Your Sights quest from Lord Shaxx, so just go to the tower, speak to him and pick up the quest. And you'll need to get 300 sniper kills, 50 precision kills and a certain number of glory points. Finally, we've got Hard Light, and the #1 weapon in Trials right now is Hard Light with 4,803,268 kills. This is an exotic energy auto rifle that was transformed over the last few updates and has shot to the top of the meta in the past few weeks. So it's got great handling and reload speed and comes with a perk called Volatile Light, where rounds don't have damage fall off, over-penetrate targets and ricochet off hard surfaces, and the damage actually increases after the ricochet bounce. This means you can shoot people around the corners by bouncing rounds off hard surfaces, and the fact that this doesn't have any damage fall off means this is lethal in Trials of Osiris, and that's shown through the huge popularity of this weapon. So you can get this gun through exotic world drops and also pick it up from Zur if he's selling it. There is no 100% guaranteed method for getting this weapon at the moment. Turn in packages into vendors and hopefully the RNG will be kind and the weapon will drop for you. And a big shout out to Trials Report for these numbers. Go and check out their awesome website and I'll link it down in the description. Well, that's the top list. Now let's have a look at some combinations. So first up we got SUROS and Beloved. So this combination gives you that auto rifle in the kinetic slot and the sniper in the energy slot. Auto rifles are now pretty powerful and competitive again, plus you get the benefits of staying back if you want to. I'd advise definitely to use a sniper rifle in Trials, only that most of your opponents are going to be using one. Personally, I found this combination really effective and fun. You can absolutely melt your enemies at close to mid-range with that SUROS Regime, and if you want to hang back and shoot from range, then you can use the Beloved. Next up, we've got Spare Rations and Mindbenders. This is a classic combination, although less popular than it was a few weeks ago. Now the meta has started to shift. Although we can see by the numbers that this is still a popular combination, and it may be that players are so used to playing this way they haven't shifted to meta weapons yet, or that the guns are still lethal enough still to be using. Next up, we got the top combination in Trials at the minute. It's Revoker and Hard Light, and this is by far the most popular combination I've seen in Trials over the opening weekend, and I'm sure you've seen it too. There's a number of benefits when using this pairing, including recent auto rifle buffs that make Hard Light competitive. You got no damage fall off with Hard Light, you can bounce shots around a corner, and you can also get bullets directly back into the magazine if you miss a shot with Revoker. So with all these benefits, this is an absolutely deadly combination right now. Well, let me know down in the comments what you've been using in Trials this weekend. Have you been using the new meta weapons, or have you been using something different? What do you think Bungie are going to do about the dominance of these weapons? Or is it too early to tell and should we just embrace the new meta? That's it for this guide on the top 6 weapons in Trials of Osiris, and thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to This Week in Video Games, and if you want to be notified the next time I upload, hit that bell button too. To join the community, check out the Discord link in the description. I'd love to team up with you and play some Trials. Or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, then liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out these other videos on the channel. Thanks again, I'll see you at the lighthouse.